I don't know how to make a game, so I made one.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Me, data analyst. Data analysts use Python for machine learning. Machine learning Python game.
Explosion.
Last time we made this game based off real steel using similar computer vision technologies, and today we're taking that just a little bit further. The goal here was to create an engaging game to improve people's hand-eye coordination. Here is our game interface. As you can see, there's a draggable box on the screen, and the goal is to move it to the button to collect more coins. Simple. You can use your mouse, or you can play it the right way, with your hand moving in 3D space. And I get it, right? If you look at the screen, you can see that if I move my hand right, it moves left. The x-axis is inverted. And some people hated this when I was testing it. The reason I did it is that because when my hand was on the left side of the screen and moving the box left, it covered it up so I couldn't see where I was going. Anyway, just let me have it, alright? Everyone hates it. I like it. Also, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Now, the game has come a long way, because here are each versions of the game I made to get to this point. Alright, first of all we had this box. Now it did track your hand, but whenever you closed your fist, the box would just teleport towards you. So it wasn't grabbing it, it was more teleporting. Still a cool concept and maybe something I'll use in the future, or maybe you can have a go with it too. Next we came along to add the gravity, and you can see here that when I make a fist it goes red, and I can actually pick up the box. And I can drop it as well, and it works just fine. Moving on to this next level, I was experimenting with the idea of trying to get it towards a certain place, and you can see here the box is still a bit slippy, a bit too slippy, and when I get there, nothing happens. That's the button in its first stages. I then took this box image from the internet, and as you can see I got rid of the button because I thought, you know what, that's not working too well at the minute. And I feel it added a lot to the game, so in this next version I added a full background and you can really see it coming together now. We're actually almost there. All I need to implement is a starting screen and the button, which I do here. You can see now it starts with this background, there's the button that works, although every time I use it, it just resets. It doesn't have any coins. But let's delve into the code and understand how it all works. We start by importing the necessary libraries, including OpenCV for computer vision, MediaPipe for hand tracking, and Pygame for game development. With the help of MediaPipe's machine learning models, our code detects and tracks the landmarks of your hand in real time. It uses your default webcam for this. This means as you move your hand, our game responds accordingly. Now, detecting your hand landmarks, that means that it looks at the distance between your index and your thumb and some of your fingers to determine whether you're making a fist or not. And you can change the sensitivity for this, so you can see sometimes it slips out my hand. That just makes it a little bit more difficult, as there's gravity in the game. Now, alongside the gravity and the hand detection, I had to make an aim, which was to put the box on the button. That's sort of a tutorial level. And once you've done that, it's about collecting as many coins as you can. Now these are generated within some parameters of the screen height and width, so it doesn't just spawn outside the bounds or too high up to grab. I noticed that if it was too high up or too far left or right, it was difficult for your webcam to track where your hand was going. So I shrunk that zone. And then within those parameters, the coins spawn randomly, anywhere between 2 or 3 to 5 coins maximum. You can change this as you see fit. And we added some textures, which I just stole from online. Now onto the game itself. In our main loop, the game continuously updates its state. It handles user input, checks for collisions between objects, applies gravity, and updates the display accordingly. Oh, and let's not forget the immersive sound effects that I just stole from YouTube. And that's it. That is our game for hand-eye coordination. So thank you very much for watching. Let us know what you think, and all the best.